I'll try to make haste then. And then he'll send the message to Himura-san asking where she wants to meet him.
I mean, she'll say wherever's fine. The cafeteria would be fine, but she figures he might want to go somewhere private for the crane thing.
Right.
So they can meet Jeffrey.
All right. So you'll hop on into Jeffrey.
All right. Wait for it,
Greetings, Mistress Kaharu.
Why is it never? Why is it not lady? Why is it mistress? Okay. Oh, hi, Jeffrey.
I have a fetish. Anyway.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Yes, you wish to let honor be into your domain?
Mm-hmm.
And then you will walk through the Jeffrey door.
She'll give a small low wave. Greetings, Fumiko.
Hey, he'll just kind of be like, so I guess that Reiko told you of my condition.
She kind of coughs and looks down a bit. Yeah, sorry to come ringing you about it, but you really shouldn't wait to tell me in case something else happens. So consider me calling you the punishment for being late?
Right, I understand. I don't wish for you to exhaust yourself making something for me. I had made it so that when I'm feeling on the brink of something, I were to call you.
Right, well, it's really not a lot of a problem for me, and it's a load off my mind to know that you have one, just in case. And she'll go and pop it on the table so he can come take it, so she doesn't have to hand it directly to him like a child.
All right. So okay. And Mo will be like, look at that.
Hmm.
Okay,
What?
roll your sense for sight.
Alright. Thanks, Mel. I'll spend to add my intuition. I'm gonna favor. Oh, wait. Let me do
You can favor
mental
the two.
calculations. Yeah, I can favor the two. I was just doing some mental calculations. I'm a favor.
All right. I mean,
Kill
you
me.
can.
Alright, I got one favor left for now. Haha. Alright, good. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you were keeping track of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm a
you
good
can
boy.
see around the corner of his mouth. There's like this soot buildup, and yeah, it looks pretty ashy and kind of transient. Like it doesn't seem like he fucking ate some coal or some shit.
Yeah. Cold burner brings a new definition. So she'll start to reach up a hand and stop herself and fish in her pocket and pull out a handkerchief and go and offer to him. You have something. So point to her lip.
And he'll just kind of like his eyes will like widen and he'll be like, you can see that, Himura-san.
Should I not be able to?
Mm, you must have a very good sense of sight.
She'll frown a little bit. Is something the matter?
And he'll just kind of close his eyes and he'll be like, it's a matter that I've walked into willingly, so it's not something that you should be concerned with.
I'd still be worried. Not because I don't trust you, but, Well, it's natural to worry about these things, right? It's just in my nature, sorry to offend you.
And he'll just kind of close his eyes and he'll be like, it's a complicated matter.
Right.
I don't.
Sure it is, but I just have a lot of ways I can help people, so I feel like I'm wasting them if I'm not.
And he'll be like, your personal gift is more than enough to help me, Himura-san. I greatly appreciate it.
Right. But I'm always here to talk about things if you need that either.
And he'll just kind of look to the side and he'll be like, it's not something that I would feel comfortable discussing. There are no solutions to it.
Does talking about it make it feel worse then?
Well, talking about it would make me feel as if I'm not strong enough to stand by my convictions. Talking about it won't lead to solutions. It will seem like complaining. As I've said, I have inflicted this condition upon myself, and so talking about it does not help in eliminating it or easing it.
Just sucked in like a little big breath and let it out for her nostrils and do a little pout. You sound just like Aki. Must be
Mm,
a boyish thing.
Kazahaya, well, I suppose we would share similar traits.
Mm, mm, exactly. Or even Ogata would probably say that. Mm.
Mm,
Don't tell Aki I called her boy. It's just the way she acts sometimes.
mm, understood.
I guess it's in your nature, and I can't really change that. Just like you can't tell me not to really worry about it.
And
If you
he'll
wanted to
just
try to remove it from that line of thinking, we could talk as colleagues.
and he'll just kind of look down and he'll be like, no, no, you're not just a colleague. You've already done me a great personal favor. I just don't wish to burden you or her.
Hmm. Ah, God, I kind of catch the meaning in that. Is it something you've put in your pieces recently?
The symbolism.
Mm, just your feelings. It anything.
And he'll be like, truth be told, I haven't created any personal pieces since I caught wind of the news after that battle.
Mm. I've noticed that was a bit of a trick question. Sorry.
Oh, I see. Right.
There's keeping things personal and standing your own ground, and I can understand that. But as an artist, you shouldn't be afraid to let it show through your work. It's your
I'm
way.
a, and he'll just kind of be like, I suppose I'm afraid that it won't mean anything again.
After you put it in, or just ever.
And he'll just kind of shake his head and he'll feel like this guilty feeling enveloping my heart. I don't wish to continue the conversation.
She'll let out a little sigh and go, Alright, I'm sorry. I
Mm,
just noticed you weren't doing any of the works, and I was a bit worried, but well, you know where I am if you ever do want to have help. Kind of
I
smile. Can I ask for
understand.
your help on the art club, though, still?
Right, I can make my way there, assuming that I won't be given another engagement. I'll make sure to reiterate that point to her.
Hmm. Right. Thanks. It'll be helpful to have you around. You're nice, firm, and determined. You're an inspiration to a lot of the people around there, you know?
And he'll just
So,
kind of smile and he'll be like, most people tend to avoid me now.
they couldn't avoid you that much if you kept making those pieces, though. You'd be
Hmm.
forcing them to admit that. They'd still look, even if they didn't come to you.
Well,
When someone looks at your piece, they're still, well, you're still winning, right? When I get someone to look at mine, even if they don't like it, I still got them to look at it. They'd have to admit that that was mine. And even if in their heart they're saying they don't like it for some reason that's not the piece, They know they might have liked it or gotten it or felt that feeling.
Mm, I see. Well, people used to only interact with me because of my abilities.
Well, people are silly sometimes.
You have
Girl,
such you have such a bright and optimistic life view. It reminds me of Eberson.
she grimaces a little bit and sighs and shakes her head. Well, I have to, you know?
And be
Through
like,
everything,
no, no, make it about me, Mo.
she sighs and goes, well, I have to try at least. She kind of looks at him a bit down, embarrassed, because of everyone, Fuma can probably pick that up easy.
All right, and he'll just kind of chuckle and he'll be like, thoughts on your mind lately, Himura-san?
Mm, yeah. Mm. There's a lot going on around with everyone, and I can't be in every place to help them.
Mm,
So, I'm stretched thin a bit.
mm. And he'll be like, do you know why your persona is so talkative lately?
Probably because she's saying all this stuff I don't want to say.
Yes, intrusive thoughts, I believe, is the psychological term.
I'd like to hope they're at least a bit magnified. She's not saying exactly what I would want in full, but comes from
Yes,
somewhere, right?
yes, I understand that point. If we didn't exaggerate things, they wouldn't be special. At least that's how we view things.
Right. Exactly.
And Mo will be like, Mo tells truths.
Yeah. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth, Mo, but she'll give her a little pat in the head. Mm. And she'll think for a second and go, Fomasan, this isn't technically an art club matter, but can I ask you an opinion?
Mm, certainly.
Mm. I I'm worried I might have hurt someone's pride a bit too much.
Hmm, I see.
A man's boy. Man's. Mm.
Hmm. And he'll just kind of smile, like a genuine smile. And he'll be like, when it comes to matters of the heart, it is quite the subject that I'm having great difficulty with myself. Even though usually I wouldn't really see myself as a candidate that would be able to emphasize, perhaps in this case it can be something that I can relate to.
She'll let a little chuckle. Yeah, we find the strangest things getting ourselves mixed up in.
Hmm.
And she'll kind of pick up on what he said a little bit more and wince internally. Mm. Well, I guess when someone's so honest to you about something like that, like confession, and you have to tell them you're not interested, I don't know how to do it correctly, and I don't really know how to face them now.
And he'll just kind of smile and he'll be like, "Is there really a correct way to to cause a wound upon the soul?"
She sucks and shakes her head. No, that's the answer I thought it might be, so I guess that's a relief in a bit, but
Hmm. It sounds like your hands were tied.
they were.
Hmm.
I'm still just
Why?
hoping someone will tell me there's an easy solution, though.
Well, I might be able to make a guess based on on the person and their persona if they have one.
Uh, they do. Can you really?
Hmm. Part of my master's speciality was in bringing people together.
Oh, so what would you need to know to guess?
Hmm. I mean, I'd need to know at least their persona.
Mm.
But given my given my records, it would be very easy for me to guess who it was if you told me their persona.
Well, yeah. It's what's the fucking name? Kangaten? Is
Yeah.
that it? Kangaten.
Hmm. Ah, Aoki-san.
Mm.
He'll
Yeah.
be like, well, Kangiten is a Japanese mutation of a Indian god. I believe it has the image of Ganesh, but it has the marks of Canon. Do you know about Canon, Kaharu-chan?
Would she? Do you think?
Knowledge.
Okay. What's Canon from again?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's like a love goddess thing.
That's in. Is that in Hinduism again? I forget it.
I think it's a Japanese version of like Hindu stuff. Once more.
So my Shintoism probably wouldn't help.
Uh, it's not really. I
Yeah, exactly.
mean, you can add half of it,
Okay.
honestly.
I'll spend added diligence
All right.
if that's fine.
All right.
Amazing rolls today.
So Kaharu would know that, well, due to her knowledge, that there was a history of, remember the Bible stories he was reading with Thingy?
Oh,
There was a
yeah.
history of like, how Christianity was basically repressed for a while in Japan, and so they would have like statuettes.
Adaption.
They would have like statuettes of Canon, which
Mm,
is like it was meant to represent the love for Christianity as well.
got it.
So Canon is very much associated with Christianity in Japan, and she's also related to love, and Kangaten is related to love. So they kind of interlink to one another.
Ah, gotcha. Hmm. A little bit. I understand the connection there, though.
Hmm. If you take into consideration what the goddess Canon is, and the representation of Kangaten as two lovers embracing each other, when it comes to matters of the heart, I imagine that if it's not the central theme of Aoki Kun's persona, then it is a magnified and exacerbated archetype that he wields for himself.
Oh, right.
Hmm. To put it bluntly, I believe even the softest of blows would have dealt a grievous wound to him.
She sinks down. He cried.
Hmm. That would seem like a characteristic I would expect from Elkikun.
I felt so bad for him.
Hmm.
Am I supposed to just pretend it didn't happen, or would that be like sweeping it under the rug?
Hmm. Honestly, when it comes to it, if I was in his position, I would see it as pity, but I would also feel a need to gather that up for myself as if that's the only interaction I'll be able to get. That any sort of feelings towards me is better than none. I suppose I'd be quite greedy and I'd want to take every ounce of sympathy and the feeling and emotion that you take my way. I'd wish to drown myself within it and constantly be around you, even if those feelings turned to disdain or hate, or if you found me pathetic. As long as I was within your gaze, no matter how small I was within it, well, I suppose it would be quite intoxicating.
She'll giggle a little bit. Oh, well, you put sad, depressing very nicely.
And
You're
he'll
making
be
me
like,
swoon here, Giddy. Here's Fuma-san.
oh, I went into far too much detail than what was appropriate. I apologize.
No, no. It was good. It's nice to hear the depth of it and see you a little more animated again.
Mm. Right. Well, as I said earlier, it is a topic that I have battled with.
Hmm. I won't ask unless you want to talk about it. But just know that I appreciate your openness about it. You're probably better at understanding this than you give yourself credit.
Mm. Well, I do gain those traits from my master's influence, but what I gain in this knowledge, I sadly lack in the output.
Hmm. I think you do okay. Everyone's a bit different. You just show it in different ways. I bet your master would be proud of you.
Mm. I would hope so. I am, after all, the last vessel of his crown.
Hmm. Well, he made sure to leave on a bang then.
Mm. I suppose he did have a flair about him, very eccentric. A complete opposite to my own personality when it comes to charisma.
I'm sure that's why he liked you then.
And he'll just kind of consider this for a bit. And he'll be like, perhaps. He said he always liked a challenge.
Oh, that's high praise from him. It sounds like he was amazing.
Oh, he truly was.
Sorry I could never meet him.
Mm. It is indeed a shame, but perhaps I can bring a little bit of that magic he had to him once I get to master this more, and he'll just kind of fiddle with the straps on his brace.
Hmm. Well, I'll be there to cheer for you if you want.
Mm. I would certainly appreciate that. It's not like I have an abundance of that.
Hmm. Well, I'll make up for the loss. And you should definitely make sure to come to the club and stuff. You're welcome in
Mm.
my club. Well, I mean, I just got the position, but I'm not going to let anyone, push you around there. She stands up with her arms at her hips, trying to look tough.
He'll
No
smile and
nonsense.
he'll be like, why, thank you. I, we truly appreciate that.
Of course, we're all artists. No one's really different from each other when we're there.
Mm.
We're there to express ourselves. That's all that matters. We might as well be blank canvases until we finish something.
So you would suggest that I find an outlet for the emotions that I'm experiencing through my sculpting.
Definitely. It's not like you just have to keep them all bottled up because it's, the manly thing to do. It is, but the better way is to find something to pour them into that you're passionate about. It's how people keep calm but have so much to them. They do something, cooking, art, maybe just housework, feng shui, stuff like that. They pour everything they've got into something, and that's what they have to show for it.
And he'll kind of laugh and he'll be like, this brace is meant to be a physical containment of my mythological power, but perhaps I have been hiding my emotions behind it as well.
Maybe a bit. And I can get where you're coming from. It's scary, but I think it's the most important thing we've got, so. And I was really
Mm.
inspired by a lot of your pieces and stuff. I don't want to see that go away just because, well, some people are giving you a hard time.
Mm.
I've got your back.
It'll be like, I'd be careful if I was you, Himura-san, if you don't want to make any more rejections.
Oh, please. Don't start.
But anyway, I suppose I should meet up with Reiko-chan. I did promise that I would spend some time with her.
Oh, gosh, sorry. I didn't mean to take up your time then.
Oh, it's not a problem. Even though I didn't tell you what was affecting me, well, you have a roundabout way of getting to at least some of the issue.
Sorry, I can be sneaky that way.
Hmm. Though your persona isn't much for stealth, it'll be like,
No, That's why we're a pair.
Mokaru!
Mm-hmm. She pats her head and scratches her chin or her like scalp a bit.
And he'll just kind of smile and he'll be like, I'm glad you changed your mind about that conversation we had months before. I believe that it suits you.
Yeah, I guess I was just scared of identity too much back then.
Hmm.
She shrugs. I have to keep the one I have now. It's important, after all.
I agree. But anyway, have a good afternoon, Himura-san.
You too, Fuma-san. Say hi to Reiko for me. Or
Mm,
Reiko-chan.
certainly. And
And
he'll
make
make
sure
it
not
as
to be
well.
late with the cranes anymore.
Mm. Oh, I can't keep too many promises, otherwise I'll lose track of them.
Ah, fine, fine. I'll just check in at the art club sometimes. And
Okay,
she'll
and he'll,
smile and wave.
yeah, yes, he'll wave and he'll walk out.
Who will?
And Mo will be like, it's too bad he has a boyfriend. I mean, a girlfriend. He is a boyfriend.
Hmm. Hmm. Reiko-chan's certainly lucky.
We'd be better though, don't you think?
Hmm. I don't think it's nice to say.
So you do think that, you just don't want to say it.
I didn't say that.
Mm.
Hmm.
And she'll be like, besides, yours are bigger.
Hmm. I don't think that's the only important thing.
It's not.
Hmm. No, some men like different things.
They're
And
wrong
sometimes
then.
these are kind of too weighty.
Bad taste.
Hmm.
God.
Yeah,
Mo knows good taste.
I agree, Mo. Some men aren't fit for it. Oh, come on, let's go get lunch.
All right. So we'll be so like Reiko will be waiting wherever she said to wait, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like, I hope I'm not too late, Reiko.
It's I give you. It's fine.
Mm. Right. So you said you had a question for me. He'll kind of sit down.
Yeah, that I did. And I chuckle. Uh, Although I didn't want to go straight to the business, it would seem like I only want you if I need something from you, which is not true. This is not the impression I want to give, honey.
Trust me, you don't give that impression.
Hmm. You know, sometimes say that you are. I don't know if you're charismatic or not, but believe it or not, you are really damn charming.
I suppose I did mention that before. Any reason why you'd that would be on your mind, or?
Nah, it's. I just decided to do it that way, but. Well, it was so nice talking with you yesterday that I kinda forgot a thing that I wanted to ask you. Well, not maybe. Let's say it's a favor from the rest of the group. Uh, because,
The
like,
group?
you know, the dorm
Ah,
classmates. I mean, apart from, I think, because of what happened, then yeah, Shizuka is. I mean, she's still in the dorm, but yeah.
did something happen to Fujikage-san?
Not directly, but you can say that there was a discussion, and because I know Reiko was there, but I was so fucked up I just dropped earlier on that session, and there was a discussion and a difference of opinions, and to such a degree that, well, from what I can tell, Shizuka is like doesn't really talk with us, to us, or to any of us. I mean, I understand me because of what I did, but the rest of the people in the dorm are, yeah, the same. She thinks that we are on the wrong side of things, and but to be honest, it's not like I wanted to talk about her with you, at least not right now.
Right, I understand. So, what is this collective group question you wish to represent?
I mean, you already know what is going on with the cards and what we do, and like, what did you feel when we, entered the domain? I mean, the others are like that there was something with time being stopped or something.
He'll just kind of narrow his eyes and you'll be like, can you repeat that last part?
Uh, like, like, did you feel? I mean, okay, so I'm just like, because he has to read it, like Reiko loses like slight confidence because she starts thinking mentally like, freaking hell, did I misunderstood something again or misremember something? And yeah, that I say, when we, did you feel or see anything different? Because when we apparently some others we know that when we entered the domain, something happened with time, as in time stopped or something.
Uh, and he'll just kind of think for a bit and he'll be like, I can't help but feel like I'm getting a bit of deja vu with your question, Reiko-chan. But I suppose I should lead on. That's more of a hypothetical thing I just said. But I believe a similar phenomenon was mentioned to me by Kogo-kun.
Yes, the group, well,
Yeah.
he learned from him. He's not fully aware what happened, but he did feel like almost like a strange dream, with everyone else kind of being frozen in motion, apart from him and you.
I was not frozen in motion.
Yeah, you were one of the exceptions. That's what I meant.
I see. My guess would be that it was some sort of defensive reaction from my protection. I wasn't able to have cognition during this so-called time freeze, as you say it.
No, so, like, yeah, technically you were not frozen, but you don't recollect it. We simply weren't aware. It kinda caught off guard. We didn't expect this sort of phenomenon happening if we, start, going after cards, I say.
According to Kogo-kun, it was if even though I was as the others in a perfectly still stasis, he felt this incredible aura coming from out within me. I imagine it must have been my master's. But to answer your question, if something like that did happen, well, it was certainly effective since I was not aware of it. But I suppose that does bring questions on part of Kogo-kun's. Perhaps I shouldn't have written him off so easily. I always thought that he was not interested in this lifestyle.
I check and say, I don't know him that well, but, it's sometimes not a matter of interest or not, but other circumstances, I guess.
Hmm.
Something that doesn't depend on, basically that something might happen that will get him involved, doesn't, without, what do I want to say, without, doesn't matter if he wants it or not. Ah,
And Giddy will put his hand to his chin and he'll be like, I wonder what sort of mythological power, or Helen perhaps, that Tsukogo-kun must have is he's able to move so freely within this stasis. He did mention that Furikage-san seemed to have a similar freedom of movement within this as well. Perhaps they share something in common, or is it to do with their relative strength? Hmm.
Perhaps I... wait. Freaking hell, because I already forgot, like... Yeah, Rio told with everyone that there's a suspicion that Kogo might have a card. We all
I
know
think
that,
so.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to lie directly. I mean, there are some suspicions and theories, but I don't want to, throw around baseless stuff. Like it's something to ponder about in the future.
Right, I see. Well, until I guess your role is understanding. Alright, so he'll be like,
Yep.
I see that you do not wish to mention what you think Kogo-kun might have, but I suppose it is natural for you to feel guarded around me, considering the task that you've taken upon yourself.
Not not really. I mean, I think we understand like where we stand, and I remember you saying that well, uh, if that the card must mean something, and it won't mean anything if it's just freely given. So I just hope it will. I don't know. I probably hope for too much, but Uh, okay, to prove that maybe some part of me feels guarded, but I'm gonna squash that part of me now and say that if you want to know, then well, there is a suspicion that, or theory that, well, Kogo might have a card, just like you have.
Mm. I guess that would certainly explain if he was able to move among this phenomenon. I didn't think he'd be the type of person who would have such a developed bond with the card, though, if he had one.
I guess he's a man full of surprises.
Mm. I'd like to think that I've been working upon it myself, but it seems that I still have far to go. Maybe I've been not as diligent as I should be in these matters.
Well, I would feel bad if this is because of me. I hope I'm not the one that. Well, I would like if a man thinks about me, but I hope I'm not straying your thoughts too much.
And she'll just kind of smile and she'll be like, I believe I'll refrain from saying anything because I don't wish to tell a lie to you.
uh, yeah, but thank you for answering that. And I know it's and the second thing, I'm just gonna touch upon it to maybe set a different time to elaborate on this, but I do remember you mentioning that, assuming the offer is still on the table, that you would wish to help me finding a source of inspiration to help me train my...
Ah, yes, you wish to develop a sacred aspect.
I think it was something along the lines. I mean, in the notes I basically have like, yeah, that he basically said something that for the future we might think about, like finding a source of inspiration. Wait, I'm gonna double check that. Source of inspiration. Gideon said he can help with that. But yeah, inspiration for sacred aspect, I think that's correct.
Alright, and he'll be like, I can begin to tell you, and I can also send you some notes. I have been writing about my own experiences, and perhaps they will unlock something within you. So by next session, you'll have it.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Get you inspired.
And I will
Okay.
thank him very, very much. And yeah, probably for like for this and like when we will part ways, I'm like, it really forgot the English word. Like if some like uh, you know that maybe you shouldn't do it, but you want to.
Yeah.
That you are. I'm looking. I don't have that specific word. So basically, like I had this look. I was really like, as a thanks, and when we part ways, give you a gift of sorts. But I would certainly don't want you to lose your cool in the school. Although in other circumstances that might have been welcome. Yeah, I don't have a proper one like in game, but I remember last time when I like, kiss him, he's like, "Oh boy, my only nature wants to, go wild." So I'm like, so yeah, you don't go, wild on me. At least, not in these circumstances. I just like, I don't know, give him a hug or something.
Alright. So he'll awkwardly put his hand on your shoulder, like when you're hugging him,
Yep.
and he'll be like, right, thank you. I suppose mm, I did want to go to craft club this period. I was going to work on a piece that would perhaps be an outlet for me. If I can send you a picture of it, if well,
It certainly won't hurt.
mm, right, right. Well, I suppose we should get back to our respective classes now.
Of course. It was, as always, pleasure spending time with you, Gidyu-kun. Wait, I mean, I
Yeah,
often forget, like, what's the most affectionate
Giddy,
and close...
Gidyu. Yeah, saying his first name is the most effective, which is Gidyu.
Okay,
Fuma is his surname.
yep. So, it's always pleasure spending time with you, Gidyu.
Mm. Likewise, and you can head back to class.
Yep.
And I think we'll end it there.
Yep.